This video is brought to you by Card Kingdom, and while supplies last, if you mention Saffron Olive in your order notes, we'll hook you up with a free Saffron Olive sticker with any Card Kingdom order. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and today we're doing something a little bit different, a little bit special. So today, Wizard spoiled the Brawl decks, coming out with Throne of Eldraine. However, along with spoiling them, they also put them up on Magic Arena in this special event where you can try them out for free, playing them against other Brawl precon decks. So, we're trying out what I think is my favorite of the bunch. I mean, I haven't got to play them all yet. That's on my to-do list. But I really love Chulane. Chulane, it's like the Risen Reef Commander. Whenever you cast a creature, you get to draw a card. And if you got a land, you put it into play. Then you can pay 3, bounce your own creature. And it's Vigilant, which is nice as well. So, we're testing out the Chulane deck today. Hopefully, playing against all the other Brawl decks. Maybe hit the full gauntlet. So that's going to be our plan for today. But before we jump into the games, I wanted to pull up the deck list real quick just so you knew what was going on. You can also find them all over on Goldfish, over at mtgpreviews.com. We got them all listed if you want to see the full printout. I'll link it in the description box if you want to see the full deck list, of course. But basically, Brawl, if you're not familiar with it, it's like standard Commander essentially, except you start at 25 life and you play a 60 card singleton deck rather than a 100 card singleton deck. Otherwise, you got your Commander. It works essentially the same way as Commander. So this deck, Chulane, it's basically Bant value, looking to play a bunch of creatures to trigger our Chulane to draw a bunch of cards. We got a bunch of ramp, Gyre Engineers, we have Risen Reef is kind of ramp and card draw, District Guide hits our land drops, new Arcane Signet, which probably going to be a Commander staple. It's really good. Also, like Incubation Druids, Leafkin Druids, Paradise Druids. So a bunch of ramp to get to our big stuff. Of course, our Commander's our main source of card advantage. We want to get this down as quickly as possible. Just keep casting creatures to trigger it, to draw more cards, to ramp more. It's basically like a Risen Reef in the command zone. And then, when it comes to closing out the game, we either just outvalue our opponent, like draw 10 more cards than them, build up a big board and win, or we do have some good finishers on the top end of our curve. We have Parhelion the Second, pretty good at closing out the game in like 2 attacks by making a bunch of angels. Endray's Forerunner, I think, might be the best finisher. We just play our random mana dorks, our cheap creatures to trigger Chulane. Then Endray's Forerunners is like this weird standard version of Craterhoof. Not as good, but similar. Pumping everything, giving it trample, smashing with 1 big attack. Also, Thorn Mammoth is a card that seems like it could be a good finisher. We play it, play our cheap creatures, fight down our opponent's board over the course of a couple turns so we can keep attacking. And that's basically the plan. I guess you could also throw Fairy Formation into that, just play it, use all of our mana, maybe with the help of like Biomancer's Familiar to make the activated ability 2 instead of 4, and then just flood the board with fairies, draw a bunch of cards. So that's kind of our main finishing plan. The other thing I want to mention, and then we're jumping into the matches, is Chulane. One of the things I love about this precon deck is it might have the most devastating lock in this format, and this is in the precon versus precon format, but Chulane, being able to pay 3 to return a creature to our hand, throw in maybe Biomancer's Familiar again to make it only cost 1, and then Frilled Mystic is really insane late game lock. We can just Frilled Mystic something, Chulane pick it up, next turn, opponent top decks, they cast their card, we Frilled Mystic, counter it, pick back our Frilled Mystic, and as we're doing that, we're getting all these Chulane triggers to draw more cards and hit more lands. So worth keeping in mind that the 3 mana ability on Chulane can be especially devastating with Frilled Mystic, and just really any of our cards. We can like play Risen Reef, get some triggers, block with Risen Reef, block it in response to damage or before damage happens, recast it, get more triggers, keep going. So keep in mind that Chulane, it does more than just its triggered ability. The 3 mana ability actually pretty relevant, I think, in this deck, and one of the reasons I want to try it. So anyway, let's jump into the vet, see how Chulane and the Wild Bounty Brawl deck actually works. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, it is Brawl time. We are trying out the new Brawl decks coming with Throne of Eldraine. They're up early in this special event on Arena where you can play the precons. And we're playing Chulane. Yeah, probably the sweetest of the new Brawl commanders. And we gotta take our free mulligan. That hand's horrible. This hand, is equally horrible. Oh, it's pretty bad. It's really bad. I guess we get a redraw with Tome. Oh, we have 2 7-drops. Yeah, we gotta keep mulliganing. All right, this is actually better. better-ish. We will put a forest to the bottom. All right. I mean, the nice thing about Chulane is it is really good at digging us out of mulligans. The downside is we are in a Chulane mirror, so our opponent can potentially also draw a lot of cards. The good news is we have Frilled Mystic, and I think the single best thing you can do in this pre-con battle is a Chulane with Frilled Mystic is just, it's absurd. It is so ridiculously good. It's just like a pretty good soft block. Ooh, alright. Well, Circodius Root, also solid. Grab a couple of Guild Gates. Do we need more white? I don't think so. The deck is kind of base blue-green, I think, with just a little bit of white. If you play this deck, focus on getting at least 3 green lands. There's some triple green stuff that we really want to have access to. Ooh, Firemind's Vessel. All right, opponent's also getting their ramp on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think what we're going to do here is just play Forest, play Tome of Legends. Pass the turn. We can counter our opponent's commander and then draw a card. And then hopefully next turn we can Chulane and also... Alright, hopefully they cast their commander. We can Chulane and also Risen Reef. Wow, opponent's going to do nothing? Interesting. Alright, well, draw a card. Untap. District Guide. Take we'll take our last Guild Gate. Get the untapped lands out of the deck as much as possible. Play the Guild Gate, pass the turn. Our opponent could also have their Frilled Mystic, and winning the Chulane War is the most important thing here by a pretty significant margin. All right, opponent gonna pass again. They gotta have. Ooh, okay. Opponent gives up on passing. I guess they still have the mana for Frilled Mystic. All right. Well, let's Risen Reef. Opponent Frilled Mystics. Okay. That's actually pretty fine. I don't know this deck list 100%, but I'm pretty sure that Frilled Mystic is maybe the only counter in the deck. So we should be good to get down our Chulane next turn, hopefully. All right, there's Chulane. We Frilled Mystic. Counter it. And our opponent's going to be able to recast it, but at least it's expensive. Opponent plays land. Goes attacking. We will kill Frilled Mystic for sure. So our opponent can't start bouncing it with Chulane. All right, opponent passes. Well, play Chulane. Get a counter. Play Rosethorn Acolyte. Tranquil Cove. Go attacking, and I think we're ahead now. We have our commander, our opponent does not, and that's... Ooh, alright. So opponent does have the ability to get rid of our Chulane temporarily, which is a little bit annoying. Opponent scries to the top. Alright, Pixie attacks, and we'll block the 0/3. Opponent passes. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's play Keeper of Fables. Go to combat, attack, draw a card. And yeah, let's play our own Pixie. Pass the turn. Alright, so our opponent's gonna get down there Chulane, I assume. Oh, Parhelion. Okay. We don't actually have a clean answer to Parhelion at the moment, which is kind of sketchy. That might jank us out here. Yeah, that's not good. We need an answer for that. Let's Growth Spiral. Put a land into play. Remove a counter, draw a card. Interesting. Alright, play Chulane. Get a counter. Play Leafkin Druid. Put a land into play. Play Biomancer's Familiar. Alright. We can't really attack because they turn on Parhelion. Alright, pass the turn. Oh, these angels. How can we possibly deal with Parhelion? We can actually kind of do it next turn with the Spectral Sailor. Alright, opponent Chulanes. This is just so much damage, though. Plays a land, scries. Opponent's down to 1 card, but they're pretty far ahead because of this Parhelion. Well, we'll see. This is going to be close. Oh, we have exactly... If we can deal with this Parhelion, we should be able to win. Can we deal with Parhelion, though? It's so much damage. Opponent gets in, makes angels. Well, draw a card. Alright, command tower. We take literally 1,000,000. Down to 8. Opponent passes. Alright. Fairy formation. So I think what we do is play command tower. Play this Thorn Mammoth. Draw a card. Ooh, Meteor Golem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, kill Chulane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was a great draw. Play Meteor Golem. Oh, that was a perfect draw. Put Evolving Wilds into play. I think we're stealing this. We get to blow up we get to fight Pixie. Blow up Parhelion. Go to combat. Get in with Keeper of Fables. Opponent takes it. We get to draw a card. Pass the turn. Pass the turn. Oh, I think we got him. I thought we were going to get jaked out by Parhelion, but I think that that's going to be just enough. Just enough. The clutch Meteor Golem off the top. Oh, man. Chulane is sweet. I'm probably going to build a commander deck around Chulane. Opponent's trying to figure it out. Recast their Chulane. Sure. That is acceptable. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks. Well, alright, so I think what we have to do is Spectral Sailor. Trigger Chulane. Fight one of the flyers. And opponent scoops it up. Whoo! Okay. Avoiding the Parhelion Jake. Taking down the victory. And, that was not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. Well, let's keep it going. The event's a little bit weird. So, we can't actually play the event again. You can only play it one time, but you can keep playing matches. So we don't get prizes anymore. Ooh, alright. So hopefully we can get at least one of each matchup. This time we're up against Corvald Faker's King, which seems like one of the other sweetest decks, I think, out of the commanders. It's like the aristocrat-y commander. I actually like this hand quite a bit. We have Growth Spiral. Biomancer's Familiar is pretty absurd with Chulane, making their return 1 mana. And if we can get Chulane Meteor Golem going, life will be super good. Well, command tower, pass the turn. Harpooner should be sweet. That's a way we can potentially take down a Carvold. I think this is the deck. I've mostly played the Bant deck so far. I think Carvold is the deck I want to try next because it looks fun. And the golden egg has arrived. Sure. Well, we'll grow Spiral. Put Hallowed Fountain into play untapped. Spectral Sailor. Spectral Sailor is nice. That means worst case we get to start drawing cards. Ew. And we get to Biomancer's Familiar. So now Spectral Sailor's 2 mana. So now we can draw a lot of cards. Combo. That's what you call a combo in Brawl land. Opponent. Up to 3 mana. Can they kill one of our things? We just mostly want to hit our land drops, either ramping or naturally hitting land drops. Alright. Guildgate works. Go to combat. Get in with Spectral Sailor. Hit our opponent. Play the Guildgate. Pass the turn. Well, let the great card drawing commence. I'm gonna have to build a Spectral Sailor Biomancer Familiar deck at Standard. Probably be less competitive, but man, 2 mana draw a card anytime you want is pretty sweet. Opponent, getting their ramp on. Actually, a lot of ramp from our opponent. Ooh, Cranko, eh? Well, draw a card. Draw a card. Well, we hit our lands. We don't have an answer to this Cranko at the moment, though. Opponent thinking, getting in. Sure, or not. All right, opponent decides not to attack. Opponent passes. Tome of Legends. What do we do about this? This Cranko is a bit of a concern. We could just run out our commander and hope it doesn't die. If it doesn't die next turn, all right, yeah, let's do it. Run out Chulane, Evolving Wilds, go to combat, get in for 1, and pass the turn. I mean, if we untap with Chulane here, it's absurd. It is so incredibly strong. I imagine our opponent's gonna kill it, but if they can't kill it, it is ridiculous. It's even more so with Biomancer's Familiar. Opponent plays a swamp. Come on, just run out your commander. Let our Chulane live. Come on, Corvald. Ooh, Thorn Mammoth. All right, so... Oh, no. Oh, now I think we just lose. Oh, yeah, that... Well, one of the downsides of this deck is we don't really have much mana. We don't really have much removal, rather. So we are going to get wrecked by this Cranko. This is just a Wrath. Opponent's gonna make a bunch of goblins, and then it's gonna fight all of our stuff. Yeah. Well, let's see if we can somehow get back in this. That was a disastrous turn. Disastrous and a half. Oh, now we draw a Prison Realm. Alright, well, Meteor Golem. I think this all might just be too little too late, though. That Mammoth that is a card, especially with that Cranko. If it was just one thing, we'd be fine, but with the Cranko to kill our entire board, basically just like the jankiest, greenest Wrath you can imagine. Opponent. There's the commander. Sure. Sacking a goblin. More to come. Drawing a card. Yeah, Corvald is sweet. It is definitely a sweet commander. And Savvy Hunter. Gonna make some food. Also works good with Corvald. There's the attack. A million goblins. Okay. So I guess we gotta draw into like Time Wipe. Yeah, this isn't going well. Play Harpooner. Kill Corvald. Prison Realm. Get rid of Cranko. Ooh. That is another removal spell. I think we gotta go bottom for now. And then Tome of Legends? Alright, pass the turn! Meteor Golem, you gotta hold down the fort. It is up to you, Meteor Golem. Keep us alive, keep us alive. Oh man, that Mammoth. Maybe I gotta give more respect to this elephant. That was pretty much the game. That Thorn Mammoth third was, pretty good, pretty good. Also, our opponent has not run any red mana, but their Arcane Signet and Leyline Prowler really going a long ways towards keeping our opponent alive. So this is what, a million? Alright, Corvald returns. Well, maybe we should have just kept the removal spell. I think we gotta hit a Wrath. I think that's where we're at. I think a Wrath is what we need. So putting the removal spell to the bottom is probably fine. Alright, run away together. That's something. That can bounce Corvald. And Dreadhorde Invasion. Sure. Opponent, big attack. Sure. Get some food. We will kill a goblin. Drop to 13. Opponent, alright. Ends up passing. Ugh, tap land's not the best. Now play Tranquil Cove. Alright. Pass the turn. Opponent. Yeah, this doesn't look good. Opponent sacks some food. Draw some cards. Yeah, Corvalds look good here. Although, I think we would have just locked up the game if our opponent didn't have Thorn Mammoth. Like, our opponent's generating a lot of value, but we would have drawn like half of our deck by now. We would have been so far ahead if it wasn't for that Thorn Mammoth turn. And I mean, that's one of the characteristics of Brawl, is because it's singleton and everyone's just got one of everything, it keeps the games fresh and different, and you never know when a random Thorn Mammoth is just gonna ruin your day. Woodland Champion, sure. Rampacious Dragon, make some treasures. Well, we're basically trying to stall out, and I think we just have to draw a time wipe this turn. I think that is it. We have one Wrath, and we got to draw out this turn, and that's just the game. The opponent goes to combat, attacks with everything. Yup. Gets food, grows the champion. Opponent's deck is looking good this game, that's for sure. Yeah. Opponent thinking about things, doing things. All right, so we block here, and then we run away together. Bounce. And now we top deck our one time wipe. How many cards in our deck? 39. Nice little addition here, seeing how many cards are in your deck. So yeah, time wipe off the top. It's happening. It's happening, and it's happening this exact turn. Opponent hits us. Otherwise, we're scooping. We can't win if we don't hit time wipe. Recast Corvald. All right. Give us that time wipe. Give us that time wipe. Yeah, opponent sacking things. It's a land. All right. Well, I gained a new respect for Thorn Mammoth that game. Wow. All right. All right. Playing some more Brawl with our Chulane, Teller of Tales, and this hand looks fine. We're up against the Esper deck this go around. Let's just Tranquil Cove go. I think next turn we're running out Signet anyway. We want to get to Circuitous Route as soon as possible, I think. Land, Arcane Signet. So opponent's playing Aaliyah, Artful Provocateur. Kind of like Fairy, Tempo-y, Artifact, Enchantment-y commander. Kind of a sweet card. I mean, it's like a Vampire Nighthawk, which Vampire Nighthawk is a strong magic card. I think the question is, do we run out Spectral Sailor? That's our biggest question. Spectral Sailor is a 1-mana way to trigger our commander. Alright, Flying Vigilance, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're not going to run it out yet. Let's see what we draw. Shark to grab. Yeah, let's just harpoon this Shine Chaser. Play a Guildgate. Pass the turn. Let's see what our opponent does. Man, the new Command Zone art is so good. I think that's better than the original. I really like the Command Zone art. Opponent's mana would be really bad if they didn't have Command Zone. Although Bag of Holding's actually kind of scary. Eventually, like, these games tend to go long, and eventually that ends up just being an absurd source of card advantage. So I'm a little bit worried about our opponent just having a Bag of Holding sitting out forever. Opponent's going to Wing Words, trying to hit their lands. Opponent, alright, another Plains. Probably not the land they were hoping for. Yeah, we're just going to untap Prison Realm. Alright. Let's root. Take 2 Guildgates. Well, now we're pretty much where we want to be. This, even though we missed our land drop, this sets us up so next turn we can play our commander, flash in Spectral Sailor to trigger our commander. And our opponent's kind of getting the pre-con mana draw. Drawing 3 planes is not great. Golden Egg, actually kind of important for our opponent since, yeah, it draws a card and it does one-shot fix mana. Shambling Suit, sure. Well, alright, it's commander time. Chulane, Teller of Tales. It's so good. Blossoming Sands. And now we hope we untap with our commander, because if we do, the value is so intense. Opponent Prison Realms. Alright, so we need to Spectral Sailor, trigger, and land. Alright, we hit a land, put the land into play. So we lose our commander, but we do get to get it back immediately if we want to. Yeah, to the command zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can't just recast it. Opponent Emergence Zone and Guild Globe. They have a lot of, like, eggy artifacts and enchantments. Opponent gets in for 5, no blocks. Alright, let's play it safe. Let's Thorn Mammoth, which absolutely wrecked us last game. But now we get to do the wrecking, perhaps. Thorn Mammoth is busted in this format. Oh, it's so good! I think this is the breakout all-star. If there's one card, I mean, there's a lot of good cards. Chulane is insane, and, like, there's some cool synergies. But a card that, like, Thorn Mammoth, I was like, man, whatever. Like, it's just a big, dumb green thing. But now that I've played with and against it, it's actually a very strong... It's actually a very strong card in this deck. And it was strong in our opponent's deck when we got wrecked by it. So maybe it's just a strong card overall. I mean, I don't think it's standard strong, but in Brawl in specific, it actually feels like a very good card. Opponent, I'm going to activate the Bag of Holding, do some digging, sure. And they really need to deal with Thorn Mammoth. But if they do, then they might not have removal for Chulane. Would like to get rid of this Bag of Holding eventually. This Bag of Holding is not something we are happy with sitting on the battlefield. Opponent. Pass in. Well, we draw an island. Play the island. Go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. And I think we actually might just pass. Yeah, let's just pass. We can draw 2 cards with Spectral Sailor. Our opponent leaving up all that mana when we know they could cast, like, their commander makes me nervous. Alright, so there's the removal spell on our Thorn Mammoth. Yup. Yup. Opponent untaps. Well, we get to draw 2 with Spectral Sailor at least. Which, if our opponent's not pressuring us, like, just drawing 2 extra cards a turn, that will pull us ahead. Opponent's discarding lots of lands to their Bag of Holding. And... what do you got, opponent? What do you got? What do you got? Ooh, Massacre Girl. Alright, well, draw a card. Draw a card. Sure. Maybe our opponent's out of removal, though, because if our commander sticks, it's very good. Play our commander, play a Paradise Druid. Put a land into play. Play our land, play a Leafkin Druid. Ooh, Frilled Mystic. That is the lock. If we untap with our commander, we're going to have the Frilled Mystic lock, which might be the most broken thing in pre-con Brawl format. It's pretty hard to beat with the pre-con decks. Alright, opponent runs out their commander. Sure. With pretty sweet artwork. Ooh, you even get to see the token it creates. Look at all those abilities. Bag of Holding's got 3 cards under it, but they're 3 lands. Alright, Conclave Tribunal for our opponent. Well, back to the command zone. Again. Opponent gets it. No blocks. Okay, so... I think what we want to do is Time Wipe. Actually, we got to tap these for mana. Tap these for mana. Time Wipe. Pick up Paradise Druid. And play Firemind's Vessel. Pass the turn, leaving up our Frilled Mystic if our opponent decides to get frisky. Shimmer Dragon. Yeah, that's frisky. Frisky enough. Yeah. Shimmer Dragon's actually a pretty good card. Ooh, we got the... Opponent scoops it up. Alright. Well, we didn't get to go off, but that was still a pretty good showing for our deck, I think. Pretty impressive. Yeah, alright. Yeah, let's keep it going. See if we can hit all 4 different matchups. So far, we're what, 2-1? This deck is sweet. I haven't got to play the other ones yet, but I like this deck a lot. I think, well, I don't want to say it's my favorite because I should probably test other ones first, but... Oh man, we're so lucky. This is a matchup we haven't played. We're going to get to see all 4 different decks. This hand... Yeah, alright. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Harpooner... Yeah, we'll keep it. So this is... We're up against Sir Gwyn, Hero of Ashvale. Basically, Mardu Knights Commander. Also Mardu Equipment Commander. I think it's the most aggressive of the commander decks, but probably the least card advantage filled. Ooh, all right. Well, we'll keep Risen Reef, just like in standard. Risen Reef, not bad. Although we don't have that many elementals, so opponent, another tap land, and Venerable Knight. I expect Venerable Knight to see play in standard. A Knight Savannah Lions seems good enough. Let's just Biomancer's Familiar. Doesn't do anything yet, but hopefully will in the future. Good with our commander, if we get to it. Plus, we can always just block with it, if we need to. I feel like this matchup, I think I played it once before, and it feels like we win the long game, so our main goal is stabilizing, because we just have way more card draw than our opponent. But we have to make sure we don't get run over or janked out early. Opponent, more tap lands. And there is equipment number 1, one of the sub-themes of the deck. Ew. Alright, I think we actually Beanstalk Giant, or Fertile Footsteps, rather. Getting a Forest. And now next turn, we're actually going to have a tough decision as to... as to whether we run out our commander and risk it just dying, or we... more equipment. Okay. And a land. That's the question. Do we run out our commander? This thing's going to get scary. Well, 4-3. Opponent hits us. 19. Sure. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're going for it. We're going for it. Run out our commander. Go attacking. Oh, please live. Please live. It's so good if it lives. Opponent, 4 cards in hand. Hopefully none of them kill our Chulane. Chulane. All right, opponent equipping. Well, that doesn't kill our Chulane Teller of Tales. Opponent thinking. Attacking. We take it. Down to 13. And tap land. Live. Live. Okay, it lives. Opponent just runs out of 2/2. That is fine. So now we start playing cards. We will play Risen Reef. Chulane triggers, not a land. Risen Reef triggers. We could use lands. All right, there's a land. And then... Yeah, I guess we just pass. We can, like, block and bounce. Opponent plays a land. Plays the Vigilant Menacing Sir Gwyn. So now our opponent can't equip for free, which is a little bit obnoxious. That means we're probably taking damage this turn. Equips. Yep. Equips. Going all in on this thing. Oh, it has flying? Ugh. Ugh. That's worse than I thought. Okay. That's bad. And we get drained and our opponent draws a card. Oh, that was... Okay. I actually didn't realize that had flying. Huh. I guess it's on a bird. I should have known. That went poorly. Well, we will... I don't like doing it this way, but Prison Realm. Get rid of Sir Gwyn. Ooh. Alright, Time Wipe. That's also awkward. Play a land. Go attacking. We have 0 creatures in the graveyard. Alright. Well, I guess we gotta pass. We're probably gonna have to kill this Order of Midnight. I think. With our incongruity. We can't really afford to take 6 in the air. We're already down to 8. And then hopefully next turn we could finally start triggering our Chulane. Opponent. Alright, taps our creatures. We will, wait for our opponent to attack. Incongruity. Drop to 6. Untap. Play Incubation Druid. Trigger Chulane. Paradise Druid. Trigger Chulane. Put a Plains into play. Cruel Harpooner. Trigger Chulane. Put an island into play. And that's what Chulane can do when it gets going. Now we will pass the turn. No attacks. Alright. And we still have this time wipe in hand. Opponent. Land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're mana short from Sir Gwyn. Eventually, hopefully, we play a big Steelbane Hydra. Opponent, equipment up. I mean, this is fine because we get to block and bounce. Attacks with both. Interesting. Okay, well, we will block and block. And then pick up Risen Reef. Alright, that works. Trade-off. Stay at 6. We do gotta kill our opponent. I don't know what burn spells they could have, but I'm still a little nervous here. Evolving Wilds. Grab a forest. Untap. Ooh, Meteor Golem. Well, let's adapt Incubation Druid since it's essentially free. Actually, yeah. Does our opponent have a removal spell? And then Meteor Golem. Chulane. And I think we might have stabilized. Opponent got us to 6, but I feel like we are now stabilizing. Blow up the beast. Risen Reef. 2 triggers. Chulane. Oh, Chulane's so good. And then Risen Reef. Wow. Face to 3. Whoo, that's not a lot of life. That is not a lot of life. Well, attack, attack. Ooh, this is scary. Pass the turn. Opponent, what do they got? Not a lightning bolt, please. Anything but that. Destroy an artifact. Well, let's pick up our Meteor Golem. Alright, opponent officially out of action? Oh, because we fizzled that, this didn't even go to the exile zone. Oh, now we just gotta kill our opponent before they draw something. Like a lava spike. Opponent passes. Oh. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I bet that does it. Seems like it might. I mean, go to combat. Attack? Gabe? Is it Gabe? Oh, yeah. And that is Hoofin' in Standard, essentially, or Hoofin' in Brawl. Yeah, that went pretty well. That went pretty well. Well, this deck seems pretty sweet. I gotta say, we played all the matchups with it. We got janked out by the Mammoth once, but in general, I think the Bant deck's good. We're gonna have to try some more. Crib's gonna try a couple too, so I don't know where it falls. My guess would be, if I was gonna buy a Brawl deck, my guess is this would be the one I would buy. Like, could I be wrong? Yes. But I think that's probably the one that I would pick up. Chulane is just such a sweet, value-y, Risen Reefy commander, and if you like drawing cards, Chulane sounds like the way to go as far as the Brawl deck. So yeah, all right. Let's do a wrap-up. So why don't we learn about the Wild Bounty or Chulane Brawl deck, and it felt really good. I was excited for this deck going into it. I thought that Chulane was probably my favorite of the commanders, and after playing through our matches, nothing has changed my opinion. I still think Chulane is probably the sweetest commander in the Brawl decks. It just offers so much value, and we saw that through our decks. We just play it, and then we play creatures, and we draw so many cards, and it spirals out of control. So we ended up playing every precon deck, all 4 of them. We ended up going 3-1, which I think means Chulane is probably decent. Obviously, small sample size, but it really felt like we were competitive with most of them. The one game that we lost was to Thorn Mammoth, and Thorn Mammoth, this is a card I kind of slept on, and we talked about it a little bit during the actual matches, but Thorn Mammoth it feels like, oh, it's just a random big thing, but every time we played it, and the game it was played against us, and just totally wrathed our board and stole the game for our opponent, it was very, very good. So I've definitely gained a whole new respect for Thorn Mammoth. The Frilled Mystic, Chulane lock, obviously, it didn't really come up too much in our matches, but you could tell even as our games were playing out, opponents were afraid of it and focused on like getting the Frilled Mystic off the battlefield. So really, this felt like a really solid precon deck. I mean, we got lots of card draw. We got a bit of removal. If I was kind of updating this deck, I might try to add in some more Wraths. I think that's something. The one game we lost, we were like just begging the Magic Gods for a time wipe. So having another Wrath or two probably wouldn't be a bad thing, or just a little more removal in general. If there's any issue with this deck, it is removal light. Like, we have the Thorn Mammoth and Meteor Golem, but they're really expensive. We have one Sweeper and Time Wipe, we have a Prison Realm, we have our Incubation Incongruity, which is also like a removal spell, but not that many removal spells in an absolute sense. The upside is the deck is great at drawing cards. It's probably the best Brawl deck at ramping. We just ramp insanely. Probably the best Brawl deck at drawing cards as well. So even though we don't have that much removal, we can kind of just ramp and go over the top of our opponents in a lot of situations. So, I don't know, based on our matches, if you're thinking about getting a Brawl deck, I can definitely recommend Chulane. It's really fun to play. If you like value-y card drawing decks, I think this is a way to go for Brawl decks. So anyway, that's been our playthrough of the Wild Bounty, or Chulane, Teller of Tales Brawl deck. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about this Brawl format. Kind of doing something a little different, a little fun. Let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.